gonna wanna follow you. Destiny. We don't think it's fair for you to tell us who our enemy's gonna be. If all we're doing here is playing follow the leader, let me follow someone who's a real true seeker. You want to show me the way, show me that you know the way. The more you give, the more you get. The wonderful spark in everyone's heart. Don't be afraid, light that flame. Let the love shine through. Yes! Shine a light in everything you say and do. Shine a light. Everybody's gonna wanna follow you. Shine a light in everything you say and do. Shine a light. You know that everybody's gonna wanna follow you. Shine a light in everything you say and do. Shine a light. Everybody's gonna wanna follow you. This next song is about the 7 desires that every human being has. Here we go. The 7 desires inside my heart was breaking, yeah, burning like a fire. The moment I met you, 7 wishes finally met. You cast a spell on me, and I had to have that love. I'm no longer satisfied with the 7 desires, oh yeah. Wish for wealth and wisdom, money, power, love, and fame. Try to live without your love, darling. I would never be happy with all those things. Let me fall down on my knees, pray that you will come to me. I'm no longer satisfied with the 7 desires. No, no. No. 7 desires. Health and wealth and wisdom, power, luck, long life and love. 7 desires. Health and wealth and wisdom, power, luck, long life and love. So for all of you who are out in your backyard or in your living room and you are sharing this incredible soiree with us, come on now. Get your dancing shoes on. Let's do this. She just wants to dance. Come on. Yeah. Now, fellas, get on out of that beach chair. Get off the couch. Sit your drink down. Let's do this. Come on. You can do this. Come on. And the music starts to play. She will glide out on that floor. She's dancing without a partner. She's swaying on the 2 and 4. There's a rhythm in her footsteps. She's got a flower in her hair. Smile on her face. She's in that place. She don't have a care. She ain't looking for no lover. She ain't looking for a romance. She just wants to dance. Come on, fellas. She just wants to dance. She just wants to dance. Yeah, yeah. She just wants to dance. Oh, she might be moving kind of lazy, but it's obvious to me. This little girl ain't crazy, y'all. She's just as wild as she is free. Feel it in her fingers. She'll let it move right on down her spine. Honey, when it hits her hips, she will part her lips. And you know the girl is feeling fine. She ain't looking for no lover. She ain't looking for a romance. She just wants to dance. She ain't looking for no love. She ain't looking for a romance. She just wants to dance. Yeah, she just wants to dance. She just wants to dance. She just wants to dance. Tell you what she wanna do, dance. Come on, y'all, dance. I said dance. I said dance. Let's take it on home, y'all. Here we go. Right here, right here. I introduced Cody Carbone to you just a second ago, and he's gonna sing for us.
Exactly how you hear it is exactly how it all went down.
Yeah.
It was later in the evening that the facts and the figures got turned around. Yes, I was a woman. Yes, she did events my way. But now I can't be sure exactly, but I swear I saw her say my name. It was the right time, she was a real thing. I had to walk away. Don't wanna be stitched up, out of my mind, feeling strung out, lagging behind, all trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down. Stitched up, feeling the burn, all strung out. I finally learned that I'm trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down. I wonder where she came from. I wonder where she's gotta go. Who's to say she's single? Who's to say she's on her own? 'Cause girls like that don't sleep alone. You see, here's the thing, Oh, that girl is flawless. No, I'm not the first one to think that. Since I'm not the first, sure won't be the last. I spent my whole life looking behind my back. You know, just don't think I'm up for the dawn of these. Stitched up, out of my mind, feeling strung out, lagging behind, all trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down. Stitched up, feeling the burn, all strung out. I finally learned that I'm trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down. Strung out, lagging behind, all trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down. Stitched up, I feel the burn, all strung out. I finally learned that I'm trapped in. I can't do a thing because I'm locked down, locked down. Stitch me up, string me out, trap me in, lock me down. Oh, stitch me up, string me out, trap me in, lock me down. Oh, stitch Stitch me up, string me out, trap me in, lock me down. Stitch me up, string me out, trap me in, lock me down.
How you doing out there in your backyards? Are you partying? I sure hope you are partying with us. Oh, this is my friend, Miss Coco Brown, back there about to sing for you. Back there on drums, that's Brian Mikulich.
As you brush your shoes, stand before the mirror, yeah. And you comb your hair, you grab your coat and hat. Then you walk the street, trying to remember, yeah, all those wild night dreams through the night. And everything looks so complete when you're walking out on the street, and the wind, it catches your feet, sends you flying, flying. Ooh, ooh, wee. Wild night is calling, and all the girls walk by dressed up for each other, yeah. And the boys do the boogie woogie on the corner of the street. And the people passing by just staring wide wonder, yeah. And the sound the jukebox roar just like thunder. And everything looks so complete when you're walking out on the street, and the wind, it catches your feet, sends you flying, flying. Ooh, ooh, wee. Wild night is calling. Walking out on the street, and the wind, it catches your feet, sends you flying, flying. Ooh, ooh, wee. Wild night is calling. I said, ooh. Calling. Now get on up and dance. Get on up and dance. Come on out and make romance. Get on up and dance. Get on up and dance. Come on out and make romance. Get on up and dance. Get on up and dance. Come on out and make romance. Get on up and dance. Get on up and dance. Come out and make romance.
Margot. This is our last song. Next to last anyway. We hope that you've had a great time at our fabulous soiree. And you know what? Let's do one more just because we can. There it is. Come on, fellas. Or do you dare me to draw the line? You took the bond and now you want my soul. Ooh, forget about it, baby, say no go. Honey, I do anything you want me to. I do almost anything you want me to. Baby, I can't go for that. No, can do. I can't go for that. No, can do. I can't go for that. No, can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. I can't go for that. Can't go for that.
I can't go for being twice as nice. I just can't go for just repeating that same old line. You want the body, now you want my soul. Ooh, forget about it now, say no go. Well, I'll do anything that you want me to. Yeah, I said I do almost anything that you want me to. Baby, I can't go for that. No, can do. Honey, I can't go for that. No, can do. Sugar, I can't go for that. No, can do. I said I can't go for that.
I can't go for that.
Can't go for that. Can't go for that.
Hey folks, welcome. I'm so glad you are all here tonight. If you don't mind, please silencing your cell phones. You may think you have done it, but you should check again, please. While you're in here, we are doing a live show here in about 2 minutes, so please be quiet and respectful. There will be moments where you can clap and cheer, and that's totally fine. We understand and we encourage that. I'm really glad you guys are all here. This is going to be a great show. Everyone break a leg.
Do anything you want me to. I do almost anything you want me to. Baby, I can't go for that.
No,
can do. I can't go for that.
no,
can do. I can't go for that.
no,
Can do. I can't go for that.
can't go for that.
Can't go for that.
Can't go for that.
No, baby. I can't do it. No. Oh, thank you for partying in your backyard, in your living room, at your neighbor's house, wherever you are. Thank you for supporting Fill a Plate. Brought to you by We Don't Waste. I love this organization. Go look them up. You will enjoy everything you read. We are Hazel Miller and the Collective. Good evening, y'all. Come on, say it. I can't do it.
Don't do it.
I won't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
I can't go for that.
No.
No, can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, I can't go for that. I can't go for that. Thank you. Hope you're dancing. Take a sip now. See you soon.
From the Seawell Ballroom at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts, it's The Tonight Show, starring Ed Greene. It's the Fill a Plate for Hunger at Home, with guests Arlan Preblud, Auctioneer Dani Espinosa, and Hazel Miller and the Collective. And now for your host, here's Ed. Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. I'm Ed Greene, and welcome to We Don't Waste Fill a Plate for Hunger at Home, or as I like to call it, not another Zoom meeting. I want to let you all know, too, that we are COVID correct, pandemically correct. We are all wearing masks. We have some people in here, mostly staff, all at least 20 feet apart. Everybody with masks, properly distanced and everything. So we're all doing everything that I hope you are doing home right now. And if you're viewing this video right now, you're either maybe relaxing on your couch at home, hanging out with a few close friends, maybe in the backyard somewhere. And even though you're watching on a computer or a TV screen, I promise that we're not going to ask you to share your screen. And frankly, I don't care if you're wearing pants or not. Hey, it's your backyard party. This is the We Don't Waste virtual event. And in these strange times, you know, after all this is over, half of us are going to come out as great cooks, and the other half are going to come out with a drinking problem. As I'm preparing for this monologue, I was wondering, what sort of jokes can you tell during a quarantine? I found out. Inside jokes. Thank you. And this staying at home thing is making everybody crazy. Just this morning, I saw my neighbor talking to her cat, and it was obviously that she thought her cat understood everything she was saying. Well, I went back into my house and told my dog, and we just laughed and laughed all morning long. Okay. And with all the drinking that everyone is doing as we shelter in place, scientists, believe it or not, are working on a substitute for alcohol that doesn't cause hangovers. When I asked what they are calling it, the scientists said, weed. And men, if you put on a few pounds, you'll be glad to hear the results from a new survey. It found that 75% of women would actually rather date a man with love handles instead of a six-pack. And ironically, the number one cause for love handles are too many six-packs. Thank you. Thank you. And get this. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, you know who they are, they seem to be sheltering in place just fine. In fact, Kanye said he and Kim are just like Romeo and Juliet. In a related story, apparently, Kanye hasn't read Romeo and Juliet all the way to the end. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's go to the desk. And welcome once again. It's a virtual Fill a Plate for Hunger as we get it started. And even the most technologically challenged of us can tell this year's event is a virtual one. Now, what does that mean? Well, I sure as heck don't know, but I do know that I'm here in real life and you're there in real life, so we might as well assume this is a real life event, just using the internet instead of direct interaction. Come to think of it, this might be the preferred fundraiser of Generation Z. We may be innovators here. Since tonight is a virtual event, which is something we're all used to in varying degrees, I'd like to mention a few things. First, unlike some of our past in-person versions, yelling at our guests is completely fine, and in some cases may even be encouraged. Arlan. Second, it'll be important that you have your phone handy so you can bid on our great auction items, enter to win the Inspirato Challenge, or support We Don't Waste in other ways. If you're a guest who hasn't yet registered for the event online, simply go to fillaplate.org. That's fillaplate.org at any time to learn more about how to support all the opportunities we have to support We Don't Waste tonight. You can also text Fillaplate 2020 to 243-725. That's text Fillaplate 2020 to 243-725 to receive a link to our bidding page. And please remember that the silent auction is open now with some great items and packages, and we will have a wonderful vacation getaway from Inspirato that costs only $25 to enter. The silent auction will stay open until 9 p.m. tonight, so bid early and bid often. We know we have guests joining us from backyard garden parties all around town. And whether you're dressed for the occasion or you're just there in your PJs, we want to see how you fill a plate at home. Snap some selfies and send them to events@wedon'twaste.org. That's events@wedon'twaste.org. Or post on social media using the hashtag FAPAtHome, FAPAtHome, and you might be included on our post-event slideshow. Now tonight, we're excited to offer a wide variety of program elements. You'll see videos highlighting We Don't Waste work. You'll hear from tonight's musical guest, the amazing Hazel Miller and the Collective, who you just heard. And you'll get to bid on our top-notch collection of live auction items. And you'll meet We Don't Waste fearless leader and hear how they've turned the lemon, that is the year 2020, into the best lemonade you could ever taste. We're ready now to bring out our first guest. He's a former attorney, turned foodie Volvo driver, turned hunger relief hero who still drives a Volvo, not the same Volvo, by the way, leading an anti-hunger movement to keep food out of the landfill and give it to those who need it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder and executive director of We Don't Waste. Here is Arlan Preblud. Hey.
Nice to see you, Johnny.
Nice to see you. Arlan, it's great to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to have you here again tonight.
Well, thank you. Hey, I got to ask you, before we kind of get going here, We Don't Waste, before we get to that, what's up with the mug you have over there?
You don't have one over yours, too?
Got one there, too, and we got one there. What's in your mug?
Well, I can't tell you what's in my mug any more than you're going to tell me what's in yours.
Okay, note to self, don't ask Arlan what's in his mug anymore. Now, Arlan, thanks for being on the show tonight, of course, and I know you have a lot of places you could be tonight, so thanks for spending time with us in the beautiful Seawell Ballroom.
Well, they've done a tremendous job, and I wouldn't be more happier to be here instead of out there with all those folks in the backyard and relaxing. But you and I are here, and we're going to have a tremendous show.
Yes, we are going to have a tremendous show. Why don't you start out by telling people a little bit about We Don't Waste. We have to assume that we have maybe a national or even international audience tonight. So for some of them, they might not know what We Don't Waste does.
Well, let me tell you just briefly what We Don't Waste does, and we've done it for the last 10 years, Ed.
Right.
We started out collecting food from caterers and providing that food to food pantries and to folks that were less fortunate. I started out, as you know, in the Volvo station wagon, and after about 3 months, the Volvo station wagon couldn't handle it anymore, and I was able to get an old Chevy Econovan. And for the next 2 years, we worked with that Chevy Econovan, picking up food all over the city and distributing it. And all the food, of course, that we picked up had to be distributed out the same day because we had no place to keep it. And then slowly but surely, we've grown over these last 10 years, starting with the Volvo, then the van, and now we have 4 refrigerated trucks. Wow. We have a 14, a 10, an 18, and a 26-foot refrigerator truck, which really enables us to do a tremendous job. So we've grown considerably over the last 10 years, and it's good that we have, because the demand is even greater today than it was when we first started.
Sure. Well, underscoring what you just said, it's amazing to see how far you've come in just 11 years, since 2009. So I have two questions for you. First, did you ever think that We Don't Waste would become what it is today, as big and as important as it is?
No, I really had no idea where it would go and how we would ever get there. But as it unfolded, it became a passion of mine to grow it, but grow it so it's effective and efficient and maintain the high standards that we have with a staff that does an incredible job.
It's so great that you saw a need and wanted to fill it by yourself, and it turned into what it is today, which is a magnificent organization.
It is, and we're so proud to be able to give back to the community, and we couldn't do that, of course, without the support that we get from the community through events like this and others that we do. And of course, having you there to help us out is really a fortunate thing for us.
Well, we're all glad to do it, let me tell you right now. But I want you to go back, when you first started out, you've got to have some cute little story that you can tell us about your early beginnings.
Well, I have a couple, but one I like to talk about is after about a year of doing that, we were collecting food from caterers and some restaurants, and I got a call from the folks over at Mile High. And I think at that time it was just Mile High Stadium.
Right.
It's gone through a lot of iterations, but I got a call from Adam Hammond, who is the head of Epicurean Catering at the stadium, and their responsibility was to provide food at every Bronco game to 141 suites. So he said, "Can you come down and talk to me?" I said, "Sure, Adam, I'll be happy to." I went down and we met in the bowels of the stadium in their large kitchen, and he said, "How would you like all the food out of the suites?" Wow. And I thought, well, yeah, you know, I'm starting a new company. I really would like to do that. He said, "Great." He said, "After every game, your responsibility will be go through those 141 suites and collect the unused food." And I said, "Sure." And I'm thinking, you know, it's just me right now. How am I going to do this? And he said, "No, by the way, Arlan," he said, "you're going to have to supply the labor, because we can't have our people doing that. They've got other tasks to do after the end of the game."
Sure.
He said, "Maybe you can find some volunteers." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to have to. I can assure you that." Well, I made a quick call after I left, and I called a friend of mine who happened to be a member of St. Luke's United Methodist Church out in Highlands Ranch. And I said, "I got a big problem." I said, "I need some volunteers." I told him what we were going to do, and he said, "Give me a couple of days, I'll get back to you." A couple of days passed. He said, "Come on out and talk to the congregation." And I did. And sure enough, they have supplied us with volunteers each and every Bronco game up till now. And we've expanded that whole program. Now we have corporations that sign up with us and individuals. So it's really a very happy event that has turned into something really positive that we can engage with more people to do that.
Really, when the stadium came to you, that must have been like a gold mine in food, but you had to get the gold mine in, volunteers to help you get that food.
Absolutely. I mean, we were pulling out up until now between 5,000 and 6,000 servings of good, nutritious food after each and every game.
Wow.
So it was a gold mine.
And that's pretty good food at the stadium.
Very
too.
good.
Right. All right, the big thing I want to know is, what's 2020 been like for you? I mean, everything is so different right now, but what's it been like for you and We Don't Waste? Tell a little bit about the year so far.
Well, we started out, of course, figuring that 2020 would be a great year for us, because we had a tremendous year in 2019. We grew the organization, and then all of a sudden, everything fell apart come March of 2020 with COVID. And we met soon thereafter and said, how are we going to handle this? You know, we had established in 2019 two mobile food markets that we were putting on in the Glowville, Elyria, Swansea neighborhoods. And we set those up as farmers markets where people could just come through, they could shop, they could see what they wanted, take what they wanted, rather than just getting a bag of food. Those were very successful, and we wanted to continue those. So we decided that in order to meet the demand that was out there with us, we would turn those in, and we pivoted them to drive-through mobile markets, where we have volunteers that come in, even today, and they come in and they package the food in grocery sacks and in boxes. We take it out to the various mobile markets, and we've increased from 2 to now we do 6 a month. And we put the food at the location. People drive through. The volunteers take the food off the pallets. They pop their trunks. We put the food right into the trunks, and people drive off. And it has grown considerably each and every time. I mean, we started out with the first one. We had, I think, about 150 families that showed up. Today, when we're doing them, we have between 750 and 1,200 families that show up. And it's across the whole economic sphere. You know, there's people that had great jobs, now they have nothing. They're there to get food, as well as those people that are less fortunate who depend on us to provide the food. So we've had to do that. We've also changed the way we deliver food out to agencies. With larger agencies, we do curbside drop-offs so that the staff doesn't have to go into a facility. Right. We've also encouraged smaller agencies to come to us, and we have staff that puts together the products that they want. They load it up on their vehicles and they drive off. So that means we can serve more people more efficiently while our trucks are still out on the road picking up more food and distributing food to larger entities. So we've really changed the way we operate, but at the same time, we're effective and efficient at what we do.
And in this strange time where the need is so deep right now, it must be tremendously gratifying to you and We Don't Waste.
It is. It's dead tired. I mean, they're lifting heavy weight, they're pushing pallets of food around, and sure enough, they go home and they're tired, but the next day they come back and they have a smile on their face, and they're all sharing stories that they've experienced in the last couple of days as to how much people appreciate what they're doing. So for me, it's just, I can go to bed at night and feel really good about what's happening because we're filling a tremendous need.
You sleep well.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Most nights.
Yeah, most nights. Arlan, that is just truly amazing. And our city is so grateful for what We Don't Waste is doing to support the community. Now, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I think a video is worth even more than 1,000 words, but I'm not sure there's really a phrase for that. So Arlan, I'd love to take a moment and show a brief video of what the past year at We Don't Waste has looked like. Now, to our viewers at home, we hope you'll be inspired with what a challenging year it's been for our community. There is a light of hope, one that's been burning brightly and steadily for 11 years, and only burned brighter since March of this year, when our world changed so dramatically.
This year we began with 2 mobile markets a month, and those were set up as farmers markets where people could walk through, pick and choose the items that they wanted. At the time we started with about 60 community-based agencies and another 130 through partner distributions. Beginning in March, that all came to a screeching halt. COVID-19 has wreaked havoc across this country, and We Don't Waste was not an exception.
COVID really changed our trajectory. We saw a lot of places close, a lot of our donors that we pick up from see a lot of excess in food. And so we had to find ways to recover that food and find homes for it. In addition to these huge increases in food coming in, we saw a huge need in food as people were losing their jobs. We saw a dramatic increase in food insecurity. We have signed on about 30 new recipient agencies since March, and a lot of these agencies came to us saying, hey, we have way more need than we've ever seen before.
We went from 60 to 90 different community-based agencies along with our partner distributions. We're now up to doing 8 mobile food markets a month, and we immediately pivoted our mobile food markets and they became drive-through markets. Many of the families that visited these mobile markets brought several families together in one vehicle, so it made it easier for us to count how many people we were providing food to, as well as providing them the necessary amount of food. And thankfully, because of the Farm to Families program, we've been able to secure fresh product, and our food donors have stepped up, and they're providing us more and more product as we continue to meet the demand.
Boy, just incredible. We thank you for the work that you're all doing for our community. That video really drives home to me how much need there is out there and how much We Don't Waste has answered that call. And on that note, Arlan, I think it's a good time now to show our viewers at home the great live auction items that we have tonight. And to do that, I'm excited to introduce our auctioneer extraordinaire for this evening. Here is Miss Dani Espinosa.
Be a lady tonight.
Hello, everybody at home, and welcome to We Don't Waste first virtual auction. Now, this probably isn't your first virtual auction this year, but I guarantee it will be your favorite. My name is Dani Espinosa, and I am honored and privileged to be with you tonight to get your donations into the hands of We Don't Waste. Now, because we've never done a virtual live auction, a lot of us, I'm going to review with you how it's going to go down tonight. As Ed Greene already mentioned, you have your cell phone where you've been doing your silent auction bidding. That is where you will also be doing your live auction bidding. If you look in the menu button in the top left corner of your phone, you're going to click on that right there, scroll down to live auction items, and you're going to see 5 incredible packages for you to bid on tonight. Now, how are we going to facilitate this? We will go through each item one at a time. I'm going to start off with describing the item like we normally do. Then we're going to open it up for bidding. We're going to set just a short clock for you to do your bidding. You're going to do all your bidding, and we'll count it down at the end, and then we'll move on to the next one. Make sense at home? Now, very important note for you. We have a 20-second lag tonight, which means by the time these words leave my mouth to the time they get your ear, that is a full 20 seconds. So yes, first of all, I'm coming to you from the future, which is pretty cool. But second of all, what that means for bidding is you need to bid early and often, like my friend Ed said. I'm talking do all your bidding in that first minute. I will give you plenty of warnings, but you need to mind the lag. I'm be your lag nag tonight. Now, your best chance of winning any item is to set an auto bid. Set it really high. You can sit back, relax, enjoy your adult juice, and watch the computer do the bidding for you. Again, we have a 20-second lag, set an auto bid, and we're going to get going. Now, before I get going, I've just been told we need a mask on you, Ed Greene.
Right here.
We're looking for the news, not the weather from Ed Greene, right, people? He needs to put his mask on. All right, everybody, last note for you. In that same menu bar where you found the live auction items, there's also a Need Help tab. Ask us some questions. We want to make sure you get all of your bids in, so please ask us any questions if you have them. Does this make sense at home how we're going to bid? On the cell phone, live auction items menu. Let's get going. Let's go right into item number 1, our Rockies group date night. Again, I'm going to explain this for you, and then we are going to set a clock. All right, everybody. Group date night to the Rockies game. Let me set the scene for you. This is 4 tickets in section 125, row 9. Those of you who are avid Rockies fans, you already know that's behind the dugout. This is going to be your game of choice. And no, you're not going to be a cardboard cutout at the Rockies game. This is for when they're back in person. So I'm talking you can pick Giants, Diamondbacks, Padres, Dodgers. This is your game of choice. Now, along with these 4 tickets, you're also going to get an amazing immersive Rockies experience at the new McGregor Square. If you haven't heard about the new McGregor Square, it's opening in 2020, and it has everything from shopping and dining to a sky bridge and everything Rockies. You're going to get a $200 gift card to one of their restaurants that will be opening there in the square, as well as a one-night stay at their Stage Hospitality managed hotel there. All right, does that make sense? So let's start the bidding. I want to open the clock up now and start the bidding. And remind you, this is 4 tickets for your game of choice, section 125, row 9, right behind the dugout, $200 gift card to the restaurant there, and a one-night stay at the hotel. So let's check in on the bidding here. I'm going to look at my bidding down here. Oh, we've got Kent Miller, who gave us our first bid. Thank you, Kent. But now we have Sandra Harvarth in the lead for $450. Great job, Sandra. Let's see. Let's refresh it here. We're looking for $500. Oh, no, we jumped right up. We've got Molly Lazara at $650. Keep on bidding, everyone. Let's see how much time we have left. Do any of you guys have a countdown timer that you can let me know how much time we have left? I will update the group here. Molly, you are at $750. Sandra, you're going to need to start bidding against Molly. She's serious. She wants to go to this Rockies game.
And I'm telling you, Dani's sitting right behind the dugout. There's no better place.
Take it from Ed Greene. You know he gets those fancy seats. He says there's no better place. Molly knows. Come on, Sandra. Let's bid against Molly. Let's not make it this easy for Molly. We're raising money here tonight anyway. Remember, this is your game of choice, people. You get to go see the Padres, the Diamondbacks, all the great Rockies rivals. You pick whatever you want. Okay, Molly is still in the lead here. I think we're going to give this item about 30 more seconds. Does that sound good, my people out there? Oh, now we've got Sandra is now in the lead. Let's see here. Do we have any more bids? Oh, Patrice has entered in. Thank you, Patrice, with $850. We like that bid. All right, I would say we have about 10 more seconds. Now, remember, I told you we have a lag. So you need to get your bids in now because me saying this was already 20 seconds ago, wasn't it? Sandra, $950. We are close to $1,000 here. Let's see who's going to be our $1,000 bidder. All right, how are we doing on time? Should we start counting this thing down? All right, we're going to give you about 10 more seconds. Get those bids in now, because remember, I said that 20 seconds ago. Sandra is in the lead for $950. You got about 5 seconds left. Ooh, Patrice came in, $1,050. Great job, Patrice. We got some Rockies fans here.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we got some new people coming in, and it is closed. We have our winner. Looks like Patrice for $1,050. Is that our winner? That is our winner. Congratulations, Patrice! You are our first winner for our first virtual live auction. Give yourself a pat on the back. That is fun, and you are going to have an incredible time. No game, traffic, luxurious dinner. You go, girl. I'm proud of you. All right, let's get right into item number 2. You guys know how to get there. This is the farm to table dinner for $20, which is a very popular item, isn't it, Arlan?
Tremendous. We were up there last year. It was absolutely outstanding. This is a great, great opportunity.
Great opportunity. You heard it from Arlan himself, and you all know this is a hot item every year for all of you. So let me set the scene for you. Assuming you have 19 friends after the stay-at-home period, you and 19 of your friends are going to go to the Sol y Sombra farm near Longmont. Now, you're not just going to go to the farm. You're going to be valeted there by Jay's Valet. They're going to take you to the farm. When you arrive, you're going to have a signature cocktail. You're going to get a tour of the farm, past apps, live music. Just picture how swanky and fancy that's going to be for a Colorado summer night. Then you're going to sit down to your open-air, multi-course meal that has been made in collaboration with the owner and chef, Grant Buchanan. Now, I don't think I need to reiterate to you that after this year, we all want some space and some time with loved ones. This is the package to bid on. So let's start the bidding off for this. Don't forget about the lag. Let's get going. I know we have celebrations to make up for. We had a lot of canceled events this year. I want you to bid on this, I want you to buy this, and I want you to have an amazing celebration next year. Catherine in the lead with $1,000. She wants to do this, and I'm going to say something bold too. You can split this with your friends. So Catherine just outbid herself. We love you, Catherine. Thank you for outbidding yourself. You're really showing that you want to give to We Don't Waste.
Hey, Dani?
Yes?
You know what I also like is those specialty cocktails from Woody Creek.
Oh.
Don't forget about those.
Don't forget about those. He says, Ed knows what he's talking about. He's had a great experience here. Justin Ball for $2,000. All right, Justin needs to get outbid. We need this to hike up because remember, this is 20 people. You can split this with your friends. There is no reason why you need to pay this full amount yourself. So $500 a person sounds pretty good for an experience like this, and we've donated $10,000 to We Don't Waste. Let's do it. Let's think about that. Jeremy thought about it at $1,500. Oh, he's just been outbid. Oh, Paige coming in with the $5,000 bid. Paige, wow. I see you. There's nothing I enjoy more than you not following the rules and you just bidding higher, Paige. You understand how auctions work. I'm going to invite you to the next one. Okay, we got Paige still in the lead. Derek, that was a great bid, but you're gonna have to go higher to beat Paige. We're at $5,000 right now. We're gonna keep this going just for a little bit longer because we know how hot of an item this is. And we know that maybe you gotta be texting your friends right now to see if they would split
Take
with
that
you.
up to 6.
Did it get up to 6?
Oh yeah, it's well worth that.
It's well worth 10, which is why we suggested each one of your friends just pays a simple $500 for a gorgeous evening in Longmont. All right, so we are at $5,000. Who's gonna outbid Paige? Now, let Paige be a lesson for you. You can put in any number you want. I think 8,000 sounds really good. We'd be happy with 6, but I think 8,000. Now we're at 5,500. Great job, Paige. Still in the lead here. We're gonna give you about 30 more seconds to bid on this item, which remember, I said that 20 seconds ago, so you need to get these bids in. We're at about 5,500 right now. Don't forget how much celebrating we have to make up for in 2021. You got 2 of the fanciest men here, they laugh, who say this is an incredible experience.
Everybody else is laughing too, if that, Dani.
Ed is
Thanks,
a pro
Johnny.
at the self-deprecating jokes, my friend. $6,000, thank you, Paige. Paige got up to 6.
There you go.
Arlan says thank you, Paige. That was his suggestion. You just made him the best auctioneer on the stage, and he likes that. All right, we have about 10 seconds left. Would you say we have about 10 seconds left, my team out there? Let's get these bids in. Remember, I said that 20 seconds ago. You got 19 friends. I mean, how excited are your friends gonna be when you tell them, hey, guess what I bought us for next year? Be that friend. Be that great friend. All right, let's get this thing closed down. Let's see who our winner is here in about 5 seconds. We still have Paige in the lead. Is anybody gonna jump in and outbid Paige? I suggest you do, not because I don't like you, Paige, but because we're fundraising, right? All right, let's close this thing down, team. Let's see where we're at. We still have Paige in the lead for 6,000. And we are all good, all done. Congratulations, Paige.
Thank you, Paige.
And to the friends of Paige, congratulations to you. You're gonna get a great event. And Paige, if you don't have 19 friends, you got a friend in me, and probably in Ed, and probably in Arlan. We will be 3 of your friends. All right, let's move on to our next item. Number 3, go to your menu. Go to item number 3. This is the Outdoor Solutions Field to Table Dinner. So we just talked about a farm to table dinner. What is a field to table dinner? Well, this is your turnkey hunting experience. So Outdoor Solutions, they have 40,000 acres in Abilene, Texas. They're gonna take you down there. All you need is your hunting license. They're gonna teach you how to shoot your gun. They're gonna take you on 6 different hunts for antlerless white-tailed deer and hogs, 6 different hunts. If you catch any, they're gonna take that meat that you got, they're gonna teach you how to butcher it, prepare it, cook it, all of that good stuff. You're gonna come back from that pretty rugged, pretty ready just in case things go a little bit more south in 2021. You're gonna know how to field to table for yourself. I highly recommend it. On top of this, all your meals are gonna be included. This is for 4 nights, 4 days for 2 people. 4 nights, 4 days for 2 people, all of your meals included. You'll have the option to vacuum seal your meat and take it home with you if you want. Wine pairings with each course, spirits tasting, you name it. The dates are to be announced, but this will be in 2021. Airfare is not included, but that's not a big deal. You'll just drive to Texas with your gun and everything in there. No big deal. And like I said, you just need your hunting license, but you're from Colorado. You have your hunting license. All right, let's start the bidding for this. Don't forget about my lag. 4 days, 4 nights for 2 people, turnkey hunting experience. You owe it to yourself to get this education just in case, right? All right, let's start the bidding. Let's see who is in the lead. Oh, yeah. Thomas Halverson with $7,000. Now, that's a rugged man.
Way to go.
Way to go, right?
Yeah.
Let's give him a hand.
How good this is.
Thomas, thank you for just bidding real high on that. We're excited for you, and this looks like a really cool experience. I got a family of hunters, and I know this stuff is intricate. So to be able to learn from these professionals, get this hands-on cooking experience, outstanding. 4 days, 4 nights, dates to be announced, 40,000 acre property. Let's see who is in the lead now. Looks like we still have Thomas in the lead. He wants to win. Thomas, who are you going to bring with you? Are they at your garden party with you? Are you two like fist bumping right now? Are you trying to just decide who's going to catch the bigger deer? Okay, it's not catch. Who going to hunt possibly? Let's see here. $7,000. We're still in the lead. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Tom. Tom, what are you seeing on your screen? It looks like they rejected your bid. Do a little tech support if you really wanted to get that $7,000 bid in. Please contact us. We want to make sure we get that bid in. So just because it says that that's not a real bid, I don't want to put you on the hook, Thomas. So I'm going to go to the next real bid. And let's see here. So it's Thomas again. So now we have you confirmed at $6,000, Thomas. Am I right here? My team here? All right, Thomas, you're back in the game. All you have to do is just hike up another 1,000 and you're back to where you were. You didn't lose anything, Thomas. We're really excited you jumped back in. You clearly are ready to learn the field to table experience. Okay, we're going to start counting this down. We're going to give you about 30 more seconds. Don't forget about the lag. I just told you that 20 seconds ago. Sorry, I told you I'd be a lag nag. I just respect you too much to not allow you to get all your bids in. And we need to raise as much money tonight because we already know the need is greater than ever. So let's help out tonight. We still are at $6,000. All right, we're going to get ready to close this thing down. We have about 10 seconds left. Any comments from the two of you? Any clever comments? Put them on the spot. See what happens.
We're just not clever, are we, Arlan?
No, we're not
Okay.
clever, but we
They
know
need their
that
scripts. All right, $6,000. Let's get ready to close this thing down. Thomas Halverson, you are still in the lead. You are going to have a great time in Abilene, Texas sometime next summer. I can't imagine what kind of tasty meals you're going to create out of your own hunt. You're going to be the hunter and the hunter-gatherer. I'm impressed already with you, Thomas. All right, Thomas won for $6,000. Let's give him a round of applause. We are excited for you, Thomas. We are honored that you just spent that much money in this live auction. Thank you so much, Thomas. All right, let's move right into item number 4. You already know the drill. You already know how to get there. Let's not repeat this. This is the Troy Guard dinner at Garden Grace for 6 people. Now, I said the name Troy Guard. Most of you know who that is. For the few of you who don't, I'm going to, help you be a little bit more informed at your garden party. Troy Guard is the owner, mastermind, and chef behind the Tag Restaurant Group. He is a very kind man.
Nicest guy, and he's helped We Don't Waste an awful lot.
He's been our chef extraordinaire for years with this event.
You heard that. He's been their chef extraordinaire for years. Just generous. I was talking to Ed about it. He comes to the meetings. He gives his feedback. He really cares about the execution of these events and supporting the community, and he's just a true artist. Now, let me tell you about Garden Grace. This is one of the finest restaurants in Denver, and he named it after his daughter, actually. Now, apparently this is one of his most ambitious undertakings, and this is his take on a big, fancy steakhouse. Now, we have a person who likes to go to Garden Grace often. Ed, what do you order at Garden Grace?
They have something they call a flight of steaks, and that is 3 different steaks, 4 ounces each, and they're all a little different, and you can try every one of them with this dinner. You know, you've heard a flight of beer, you heard a flight of wine. This is a flight of steaks at Garden Grace, and it's worth the trip.
You're going to run into Ed there. He goes a lot with his son anytime his wife's out of town. That's how him and his son bond. Now, this is going to be a custom menu that Troy Guard's going to make for you. It's going to pair with cocktails and wine. You're going to have to book this well in advance because for him to collaborate with you, he's a busy man. But let's see. We've already started the bidding here. Where are we at now? Leah. Leah is in the lead for $1,600. I'm not going to pronounce your last name because I don't want to butcher it. Leah is the name of your first name, though. $1,600. For the group of 6, remember, we have a lot of celebrating to catch up on. We have client appreciation dinners. This is the perfect thing to have in your back pocket for next year. So let's see, where are we at in the bidding now? We're still at $1,600. Good job, Leah. I'm excited for you. Who's going to outbid Leah?
Yeah, and Dani, I don't keep harping on this, but it's also paired with wine and spirits.
That's right.
He doesn't mean to keep harping on this, but he's going to harp on it because it's a great experience.
It really
You got
is.
your flight of steaks and then some wine and spirits. Come on, are you guys trying to live or are you not trying to live? Bid on this package, enjoy your custom menu. To get a chef of this caliber to make you a custom menu, that in itself is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It's Lee, I think.
It's what?
Lee, not Leah. Lee.
Leah?
Lee.
Lee, oh, thank you. My apologies, the name has been Lee, so thank you so much, Arlan, for knowing your donor base so well. I really appreciate that. Lee, you are still in the lead at 1,600. We're gonna start counting this down. We're gonna give you about 20, 30 seconds to bid on this, which means you need to bid 20 seconds ago. The lag nag is here to remind you, friends. So let's see where we are at. Lee is still in the lead. Let's see where we are at. And we are getting this closed down. Lee, are you pretty excited for that flight of steaks or what? It's pretty creative, very cool. Maybe you can collaborate with Thomas. Maybe you guys can make some flights of steaks at your house after he learns how to cook it in the field. I don't know, I'm just making connections for you all. Let's see, all right, we are gonna close this down now. We still have Lee in the lead for 1,600. Lee, you just won the Garden Grace dinner for 6. Congratulations, Lee. Congratulations. All right, let's move right into our final item. Item number 5. This isn't deja vu, this is extreme generosity from Troy Guard because we have another dinner for 6, this time at Tag, the gem in Larimer Square. This is for another 6 people. Now let me tell you about Tag a little bit if you haven't been there. This is described as continental social food. What does that mean? Well, he's traveled and he's traveled and he's traveled, and he's taken ingredients from all over the world to create what he calls a culinary journey that's gonna cross cultural boundaries. You got an open concept kitchen in there. It's gorgeous. Another custom menu paired with wine and cocktails. You're gonna book this well in advance. Do either of you have anything you'd like to say about Tag?
Outstanding. Troy does an outstanding job of presenting everyone, and he makes each and every guest feel like he's personally involved with you at that dinner.
Wow.
And Troy is such a good guy himself that you just want to go and enjoy it, and he makes it such a wonderful experience for you. And once again, paired with cocktails and wine.
You heard it from Ed. That's why you need to bid on it. Troy Guard is great, but did you know it's paired with cocktails and wine?
There you go.
All right, let's see who our highest bidder is. Lori Schmidt for $23.50. We got a Troy Guard fan, Lori? Thank you so much for that bid. $23.50. Let's see what else we have. Again, this is another great opportunity to celebrate again with friends and family. A client appreciation event. Take Ed and Arlan and I. We'll be great company for you. Let's see, $23.50. Lori, you are still in the lead. Is anybody going to outbid Lori? Again, you can split this with your friends. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have the Troy Guard make you a custom menu with cocktails and wine.
There you go.
Don't forget the cocktails and wine. Also, don't forget we have a lag. The lag nag is here to remind you this is our last item. I want you to win it. I want you to be able to bring 5 of your friends. I'm sure you have 5 friends. I'm sure you've kept in touch with 5 people. $23.50. All right, let's get ready to close this item down. We have about 20 seconds left to bid, which means you needed to bid 20 seconds ago. Justin Ball coming in at $24.50. Justin, nice to see you again. Welcome back. Let's see who's going to get it between Lori and Justin because we are getting down to the end here. Don't forget to set those auto bids if you really want to win. They will help you out. We are still at $24.50 with Justin Ball in the lead. Come on, Lori. Come on, Lori. You got it. This is the year of the woman. Come on, Lori. You got it. Justin's still in the lead. All right, we are going to close this down. Let's see if Lori sneaks in. And no, she did not. Justin Ball, congratulations. You have won the dinner for $24.50. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your generosity. Everybody at home at your garden parties, why don't you guys give each other air fives and stuff? A lot of you tried to bid. A lot of you won items. In any case, you have participated in making this a wonderful night and helping us raise money for this cause. I will be back a little bit later. Let me send it back to you, Ed.
Thank you so much, Dani. Boy, what a job she did. An incredible display of generosity and all-around great taste by our winning bidders. What do you think about that,
I
Arlan?
thought it was tremendous, Ed. It's just what we need to start the evening off.
In these awkward times, people are still generous and really participating, and it's great to see. Well, a huge thanks to all of our amazing live auction donors. And remember, if you didn't win a live auction package, you still have several more chances to support We Don't Waste. Don't forget that you can still bid on the silent auction until 9 p.m. tonight. There's an amazing Inspirato challenge where you pay just $25 to enter a contest and have a chance to win a premier vacation to somewhere near or far. You get to decide. And of course, we'll soon have an exciting paddle raise. But without the paddle, since, well, we can't see you. So we'll call it maybe a click raise. Dani and Arlan, we'll see you both back on stage in just a few minutes. 6 months. It's been a half year since COVID changed life as we knew it. Over time, it's become easy to take for granted the vital role that our essential workers have played in keeping many of us fed and sheltered and our economy moving. For our most vulnerable community members, however, it's been a different kind of essential worker who has made a huge difference. The We Don't Waste operations team has simply not missed a beat since March of this year. For this team, there was no working from home, no pause in delivering on essential services. They simply masked up, gloved up, sanitized up, and kept recovering and delivering essential food to communities that needed it. They knew their community needed them, so they kept working. Let's meet the We Don't Waste team.
My name is Aubrey Pierce.
My name is Jay. My name is Matthew Carm.
My name is Julia.
My name is Drew Sanford.
My name is Nate, and I'm one of the food recovery specialists.
I am the Director of Programs and Operations.
Recovery specialist. I am the Agency and Special Projects Manager.
I am the Director of Daily Operations.
And I am the Volunteer and Education Coordinator at We Don't Waste.
We Don't Waste is a very passion-forward group. We all come from different backgrounds, but we all have the same end result of caring for those who are underserved.
Food waste is something that's always been near and dear to my heart. When I was younger, we always kept leftovers, and I always had to finish my plate. And when I started learning about food waste in college, I realized I had to do something about it.
Our whole job is essentially one big team building exercise. I mean, we like to joke, hey, give us $200 a head and we'll bring your corporate group in and we'll team build the heck out of them. Just come spend the day with us.
We do this, but we do it with care and with love. The impact that this pandemic has with We Don't Waste is more than I can ever imagine.
When COVID first hit, our team stepped up. There was no hesitation.
All of the sports venues, all of the convention centers, they called. They're like, we need you to come in and clean out every lick of fresh produce. As a cause and effect, because of that, all of the big wholesalers unloaded food on us like it was the end of days.
To keep everybody safe and at a social distance was definitely a hurdle. Wearing masks and gloves and volunteering outside were some of the changes that we made. We have now about 4 volunteer shifts a week, and we used to have maybe 1.
The emotions that happen are a lot because there is a significant amount of people that are in need of food.
Our food is a stress reliever. That's the best way to put it, because we're making it something you don't have to worry about.
COVID has made us more hands-on and it's a little bit more detached. And we don't have the personal interactions that we had before. Things have changed greatly that we don't see the smiles, we don't see the frowns, we don't see different parts of stress. We just see everything from this point on.
When we first started having to wear masks and gloves, that was hard because I'm used to being able to be personable and smile and make the volunteers feel comfortable. So for me not to be able to do that, it felt less human because we're just putting food in people's trunks. But we all responded quickly, and we have a lot of new faces that have stepped up and taken on an essential worker position in the middle of a pandemic.
You've taken all the necessary steps to protect them with masks, with sanitizing, and the team as a whole has outperformed any expectation we had. Everybody that's working for We Don't Waste has stepped up and has not missed a beat.
How wonderful to see the hardworking staff at We Don't Waste. By the way, many of them are masked up and seated 6 feet apart right here in the audience tonight. Let's hear a little noise from the We Don't Waste staff. Thank you for all that you do. Now, our next guest has been a sought-after performer in Colorado for more than 30 years, bringing an eclectic blend of jazz, R&B, blues, and original music to stages across the country. Her voice has been described as stunning, moving, and powerful, and she herself has been called a force of nature. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hazel Miller.
It's good to see you.
Hazel, how nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you. I'm really honored. They played Aretha. Yes.
Yeah, I know, Aretha. Well, we heard you during the cocktail hour, too, which was terrific.
It's fun.
You just couldn't have sounded better. Now, let me ask you, Hazel, how have things been going with you? Because the music industry has been hit pretty hard by this situation we're all in.
Most musicians, live music in Denver, we've lost probably 90% of the places that we would normally play, the events we would normally play. Lori and I have been lucky enough to make a lot of phone calls, and we've done some virtual benefits, we've done some virtual events, we've done a lot of live streaming, and thank you, Kyle, for inviting us to do this event tonight. But I went, and when Lori talked to me about it, I looked up We Don't Waste, and I am absolutely impressed. It is everything that, when I moved here in 1984, I had 3 boys, 6, 12, and 18.
Wow.
And we had $2,000 in a raggedy van. And we went to the food banks. We lived there. I know what it means to hit the sidewalk and look for jobs. I stood in those lines looking for jobs. And to know that We Don't Waste is out there, especially now, it's 1,000 times worse than when I moved here.
Yeah.
So COVID has changed everything. And to know that they're still there, Philip Plate 2020, yeah, we wanted to do this job today.
Yeah. So you loved We Don't Waste, and boy, what a wonderful story it is, as you found out. But that really inspired you, didn't it?
It inspired me because to know that they are out there making that kind of distance, the difference for families, it's amazing. There's so much more need than there was 36 years ago. And to know that there are volunteers out there giving their all to make it happen, I'm impressed.
You felt the need yourself, and now you see the need, and you see that We Don't Waste is filling it. And what could be better?
It's fabulous. They've filled that gap between the have and the have-nots that wasn't there before.
Right.
That is the difference.
Right, and especially in, they did it all year long. Now we're in this COVID situation, and the need is even greater, and they've stepped up even more, which is so terrific.
It kind of tells you why we love Colorado so much, because there's so many people in Colorado who step up when the times are really hard. And I'm not saying that other states don't, I'm just saying that I live in Colorado, and this is in my top 10 reasons why, because Coloradans always step up. And that's how long I've known you, almost 30 years. Yeah.
That's right. We've known each
and
other all along.
You always step up. You always do.
Well, thank you. As I said, you opened the show here. We had a half hour of your music, and you were up there, and you sounded great with the collective. But now you have a special song for us tonight that you're also going to do. Tell us a little bit about it.
I like songs that speak to people's emotions. Bridge Over Troubled Water, it's truth. It's to let you know that someone will be there. God will not let you fall, because he will send someone to lift you up. And that's what these people do. They lift people up. They will not let you fall. And that's the purpose of this song, is to give you this message that you can trust them, you can believe in them, and make that call, show up, be there. And they'll be there too.
Perfect song for a perfect situation. Hazel Miller, we are excited to hear it, Hazel. I know you got to go and join your band outside, and we're going to hear from our presenting sponsor who do that. But Hazel, thank you so much for being with us.
So good to see you.
And being part of it. Good to see you too, even though at a distance.
Always good. Thank you for having me.
Thank
you, appreciate it.
Thank you very much. That's Hazel Miller. How about that, huh?
Bye.
So while Hazel is getting ready for a song, let's hear a word from our presenting sponsor, CoBank.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Tom Halverson. I'm the president and CEO of CoBank. CoBank is a cooperative bank headquartered here in Colorado. It's part of the Farm Credit System. We have been a proud supporter and had a long relationship with We Don't Waste, and so we're delighted to sponsor the Fill a Plate event. Nothing makes us prouder than to make sure that food products get into the hands of people who need them under all circumstances, but particularly in the difficult circumstances that we're going through as a country right now. We have a close working relationship with the United States Department of Agriculture. And earlier this year, when money was allocated for the program to bring boxes of food to people in need across the country, we connected We Don't Waste with one of the institutions that was a provider. A&H Farms, who was the partner in this case, was able to deliver 2,000 boxes per week while that program was going from late spring until recently. I'd like to thank everybody who's participating this year virtually in the Fill a Plate event. Thanks so much for everything that you've done to bring us together here today.
And certainly a big thanks to CoBank as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back up to the rooftop, but I want to show you the two CDs here. The Hazel Miller Band coming to you live from KUVO, and this one called Icons. You got to go out and get this. Listen to some of the songs on this. Moon Dance, In My Solitude, What a Difference a Day Makes, My Favorite Things, I Wish You Love, all done by the incomparable Hazel Miller. So, from the rooftop of the Denver Performing Arts Complex, tonight's musical guest, Hazel Miller and the Collective.
Trouble the waters, live alone. Why don't you let it be? Still waters run deep, yes they do. Oh yeah. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. When darkness comes,
that may be the best version I have ever heard of that song.
She just does a tremendous
Oh
job.
my gosh, Hazel, that was wonderful. So a big thanks to Hazel Miller and the collective. Boy, I got goosebumps.
I tell you, her intro to it, when she sat here with you, outstanding.
Yeah, she's terrific. She's a terrific lady. I've known her a long time.
She told it from the heart, and she sings it from the heart.
She is a real sweetheart. Arlan, it's been a fast-paced, fun night so far,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
it has been. It has been.
Well, we talked a lot about We Don't Waste past year and the response to the COVID challenge. And it looks like you and your team have been incredibly busy meeting the amazing need in our community for food. Do you mind telling us a little bit about what's next for We Don't Waste, what the future looks like during this COVID pandemic and beyond?
Well, thanks, Ed. First of all, let me thank everyone who has attended tonight. There's more to come, but I want to thank all of you that participated in the live auction. That's just tremendous, and you know how much that means to us. We don't want to leave anyone out, so that's what we're going to do with the paddle raise and give people another opportunity to help us. We need your support. You know, the theme tonight has been that hunger is in our own backyard, and unfortunately, it's not just in our backyard, but it's ubiquitous. It's
Sure.
all over, and we're trying to address that in so many ways, and we need your help to do that. You know, you've been a witness tonight to see just exactly how we work and how impactful we've been during this pandemic, but we have to keep up the pace to do that. Right. And to do that, we have to put fuel into the trucks. We have to keep them ready to go. We have to purchase PPE equipment. We have to sustain our own employees, just as everyone else does that is working. And there's just so much collateral damage when you look around from what this disease has done. You know, it's laid off millions of people, and unfortunately, all of them are not going to have a job to go back to. Right. And so we're going to have to fill that gap, that void, because on top of the people that were less fortunate to begin with, it's all these additional folks that we're going to have to sustain with food. So we really need your generosity tonight. You know, I often don't come out and just ask people to help us, but this has been a difficult time for all of us. And I'm really here to say that we appreciate all that our followers have done for these last 9-10 years. But this year, it's something special, Ed, because we've all been hit. We've all taken a hit in so many different ways. And it would really, really be important to all of us if those folks that are watching tonight and joining with us, wherever they may be, if they can dig deep into their pockets and help us with this paddle raise, because we certainly need their support, and we are so comfortable with what they have done for us in the past. And, you know, Ed, there's a short video that I think you're going to introduce, and it probably speaks loud volume than what I can do. So why don't we introduce that, Ed, and turn it over.
Okay, Arlan, thank you for all that information. It's exciting that We Don't Waste is doing so well in these troubling times. As Arlan mentioned, let's take a look at that video. And I think this really encapsulates the unique moment in time for an organization like We Don't Waste.
It takes a lot out of me emotionally, knowing that we get to affect so many different people.
It's really heartbreaking to see all this need, but it's really fulfilling to be able to contribute.
You helping people, and it's just that connection. You know, they know and you know, the kids we meet, the families we meet, that nobody will ever know about. That's just what we do.
There's still so much food that is being wasted. So coming to We Don't Waste and seeing all this food that we get to save and divert from the landfills gives me a purpose.
We Don't Waste food is food gold. It's not dented cans. It's not funny looking cheese. It's a little bit of everything. And to see someone's face when they get a fresh apple, it tugs at your heartstrings.
It's been great to be able to bring that food directly to people and get to talk to them and hear their stories. And it reminds me of why I do what I do.
I can't really describe it. It's just good for the soul, especially in the world like we live in now without everything going on.
When COVID hit, so many people have lost jobs, and those folks that have lost the job, there's no place for them to go because those jobs are just non-existent.
What We Don't Waste means to me is having hope for the future, and a lot of people's lives have fallen apart in the last couple months, and they just need something to prop the house of cards back up again.
2020's been a rough year, and giving back really means a lot to me. That's what keeps me going.
I truly have a servant's heart and I want to connect with the community. And if there's more places like We Don't Waste, we continue to have a significant impact.
There's certainly more need now than there ever was before. And I hope that we can go into a new world where people can care a little bit more about each other.
It gives me a great deal of pride to know that the future is bright for us. With the advent of COVID, what it has shown us is that no matter what the situation is, we will meet that demand.
We Don't Waste. I'm absolutely excited and hopeful about the future for We Don't Waste and our community, despite everything that's going on in the world right now. And I hope you're feeling the same way, because now's the time to truly raise some money for We Don't Waste. Let's bring back Dani Espinosa. Dani, come on with a paddle raise.
Hit it for him.
Will do, Arlan. Let's jump right into this paddle raise. We know why we're here tonight. We know the need is great. Go to your menu button on your phone. You're going to see in that menu tab, make a donation. Please go there for me now. Now we're going to try to go level by level because we want to feel like we're all together like we usually are in the room. So we're going to take it one level at a time. We're going to talk about who's donated there. We're really appreciative and grateful for anything that any of you can give. Shall we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do this. We're going to start at the $15,000 level. I understand that's a lot of money. It's also an enormous impact that we need right now, frankly. Is there anybody out there that's able to give us a $15,000 donation tonight? It would mean so much for the future of We Don't Waste, and for, frankly, the help we need for the rest of the year. Let's see, I understand it's a lot of money, so don't worry. We're gonna get there anyway. But let's just wait another second. Is there somebody that can give $15,000? Don't forget, we have a 20-second lag here. All right, no problem. Let's move down a level. Let's get to the $10,000 level together. Is there anybody out there that can give us $10,000 to start us off tonight? It's a huge amount of money, a huge, enormous impact for We Don't Waste. We would be so appreciative, grateful, excited. Can anybody out there give a $10,000 donation? Look around at the garden party, make some decisions together. Let's see if we can get another $10,000 in here. I understand it's a large amount of money, so don't worry. We're going to get there anyway. But can anybody give us $10,000? We'll give you about another 10 seconds to think about it. Thank you so much for all you've done already. I know a lot of you donate throughout the year. You donate your time. You share this mission with your friends and family. You probably invited people to watch this live cast. We appreciate all of that. Thank you so much. All right, let's move down to the $5,000 level. I'm wondering, can we get 5 people out there to donate $5,000 each? We could get $25,000 to begin our paddle raiser, pretty much putting us where we try to get at the last 2 levels. Let's see, can we get 5 people to donate $5,000 each? Michael Richards, thank you so much for starting us off this evening with a $5,000 donation.
Boy, that is terrific.
Thank you, Michael.
Richards, $5,000.
Thank you so much, Michael.
And Dani, you know this means more than 83,000 meals go to working families with this $5,000 donation. How wonderful
Did you hear that? 83,000 meals with this $5,000. Michael, that is the impact you just created. Who's going to join Michael? Who's Michael's philanthropic partner in crime? He needs at least one person to join him so we can make $10,000 at this level. I understand it's a lot of money. It's a huge impact. 83,000 is a huge impact, Michael. We thank you so much. Is there anybody else out there? If you're having any issues with your donations, please visit the Need Help tab. We would love to help you out. We know that technology isn't always smooth, so we will help you out regardless. I'm going to give another few seconds here because this is a large amount of money, so I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. Another $5,000 would have a tremendous impact. Another $83,000, that's what that would do for us. So let's see here. Thank you again, Michael. It's very brave to get started off with a large amount of money. You are the leader and captain of this paddle raiser. Thank you, Michael. All right, now we've got another $5,000 donation. Is this Lee Sinclair?
Yes.
Lee Sinclair, thank you so much for your $5,000 donation. We have made $10,000 in our virtual paddle raiser so far. What do you think?
I love it. I think you're doing a great
Not
job.
bad.
Keep it up.
Ed told me to stay on this level. Let's see,
Go to
can we get
15.
2 more people at $5,000 each? And then we make a full $20,000? Let's overachieve a little bit. Michael and Lee need some partners. Michael and Lee, maybe you could do it a second time? I don't know, maybe. I'm just throwing out ideas. This is what salespeople do. We give you ideas, right? All right, do we have anybody else at $5,000? I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds. All right, thank you so much, Michael and Lee. We have $10,000 more than when we started tonight. That's a tremendous impact. We cannot thank you enough. Shall we cut the level in half now, friends? $2,500. Let's see if we can get 5 of you to donate $2,500 each. This would be a tremendous impact. $7,500 is what this would be if we could get 3 of you to donate $2,500 each. Do we have any things that we want to say about the $2,500 level?
Well, one of the things it'll do is it'll divert, believe it or not, 19,000 pounds of greenhouse gases. So you're doing well for everybody and also our global situation.
And that's the food that we take from some place that was going to throw it away and put it on the table of people that really need it.
Yeah, absolutely. $2,500, another tremendous impact. It's great to see exactly what your dollars can do. We have the need is there, the need is great. Do we have anybody at the $2,500 level? I understand it's a lot of money. It's an enormous impact. You have all done an amazing job tonight supporting this cause. The energy in the room is fantastic right now. We are so honored that you all chose to join us tonight at your garden parties, with or without pants. We don't know. We don't care because we can't see you. We would care if we could see you, to be honest. All right. Let's give you about another 5 seconds, and then we're going to move it down to the $1,000 level. And we're going to try to get 8 people at the $1,000 level. Can we get 8 people so that we can raise another $8,000 tonight? Maybe $1,000 is a little bit more manageable for you. Let's see if we could get 8 people to donate $1,000 each. It would be tremendous for us tonight. Whoa, we got some names on the board. We've got Joseph Vostres. I'm sorry, Joseph. Joseph, Andrew and Ann Jacob, Douglas and Nani Grounds, Mary and Mac Crowther, and Judy and David Koblenz.
Koblenz.
Thank
And
you,
that's
Arlan.
Joe Vostris.
Joe Vostris. Thank you so much, Joe, Andrew, Ann, Douglas, Nani, Mary, Mac, Judy, David. You all have raised, looks like $6,000. Oh, now we're at $7,000. Okay, we need just 3 more. Now we're at 8. We need 2 more of you.
Take it up there.
Paige, Prem, Steve. Thank you so much, Paige. We see your name again. We saw you during the live auction, Paige. We've got Steve Kaminsky coming in. Prem Subram. Can you do that last name for me?
Subramanian.
Prem Subramanian. Welcome. Thank you so much for your generous donations. We just need one more $1,000 donation, and then we can move on from this level.
And everybody keep in mind that this is 50,000 servings of food to kids through high school and through school food pantries. So this is really, really important.
50,000. What a staggering number.
There it is.
We have hit Todd Walker. Thank you so much for your $1,000 donation. By the way, we overachieved. We did $10,000 at this level, friends. But let's keep going. Do we have 2 more people at $1,000 each? This seems like the right level for this crowd. Let's see how many of your donations we can get to We Don't Waste. We know how much this organization means to you. the excitement of having your donations come through here. It's making us feel like we're together, that we're all together in this community. All right, I'm gonna give you about 10 more seconds. Can we get 2 more people? Let's see, Todd, Steve, Paige, Prem, are you at a party? Poke your friends, tell them to join you. It's the cool thing to do. Peer pressure for fundraising is a cool thing to do. All right. Thank you to everybody who has donated at this level, incredibly generous. We will move on to the next level now. Let's cut it in half again at $500. If we were able to get 10 people at $1,000, we can definitely get about 12 people at $500. So let's go for 12 people at $500. I believe that would give us 6,000.
Nice going.
Thanks, Ed.
No calculator. That was pretty
no
good.
No calculator, at All right, and we already at 2,500. We've got Ed and Eileen Law. We've got Kathy Honig. We've got Selena Whitaker. We've got Molly Lazara. We've got Mandy
Lattis.
Gosh, Arlan.
Lattis.
Mandy Lattis at 25. Jeremy Anderson just came in with a $500 donation. We are halfway to our goal, a goal that we're planning on smashing anyway, right, friends? We're overachieving tonight at fundraising. So we're halfway towards our goal. Kathy, Selena, Molly, Manny, Jeremy. Thank you all so much. This is so meaningful. Catherine Dines.
There you go, Dines.
I got it right. Catherine Dines, thank you so much for your $500 donation. This is incredible. We are getting closer and closer. We need just a handful more of you.
And Dani, this means 8,333 meals to individuals experiencing homelessness. So this is so important.
8,300. All right. I'm just going to take a quick pause. I was just given some information I would like to share with you. Charles Jordy and Brian Funn donated $5,000. Charles,
tremendous.
Brian,
terrific.
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much. Anybody else who wants to donate through the helpline so we get a special note on stage? We love it. Very fun. Thank you, Charles and Brian, for your donation. We're up to $5,000 right here in our $500 level. Let's see, we got Carol Wood, we got Cheryl Lausch, we got Mary, Cody Holloway, Jason Reese, Sue Ferguson. Friends, we are at $6,500, but we're not stopping yet. We got a couple more people who want to donate at the $500 level. We've got an anonymous donation.
Keep it going, Dani.
Thank you, anonymous.
Keep it going, Dani.
Let's keep it going. You heard Arlan. He even said he's asking this year because he knows the need is great. He also knows that We Don't Waste can serve this need. This is all we need to fill the gap. Your donations is going to allow We Don't Waste to help take care of our community. Let's do this. Let's keep it going. Let's get 2 more people at $500 each. Let's raise another $1,000. Tell me again what $500 does.
8,333 meals to individuals who are experiencing homelessness, and that is a big deal in this COVID time.
For $500 translates into 8,000? This is astounding, incredibly impactful. Let's give you about 10 more seconds to get any of your final $500 donations in. Thank you so much to all of you who have donated so far. You have no idea what it feels like to be up here and to see your donations coming through. It's empowering. It feels like we're connected to you. It feels like the future is bright for We Don't Waste. Thank you for your generosity and your kindness. This means everything. Okay. We made $7,000 at that level. We exceeded goals, so I'm going to raise the roof for you. Embarrassing for me, but good for all of us. All right, we're going to move down to the $250 level. Now, one thing I want to tell you about this level is one of my favorite auctioneers says, this is like a tank of gas in an SUV. It's kind of funny. I got Ed. But frankly, it's also kind of true. Can we give $250? Can we get 20 people to give $250 each? That would be tremendous. We already have some in here. B. Ranum, Linda Harper, Peter and Terry Conrad, David Rhodes, Chad Eichelberger. We're at $2,300 right now. Now, I want to tell you another thing. We got a last-minute donation in. We have 25 memberships to the Botanic Gardens that for the first 25 people who donate at the $250 level, we're going to give you a membership because we randomly chose this level and we randomly want to appreciate you. So Linda, Peter, Chad, David, Dan, I think you guys got your annual Botanic Gardens membership. David Rhodes, Lucas and Sarah SARS, and Martinez and Lucas SARS. Thank you so much to all the SARS. Dan Williams, Sarah and Scott Carlson. We're at $3,300. Daniel McLean, incredible. I'm just trying to do some quick math in my head and figure out how many people this is. We're at about 10 people, so I still need about 10 more, but doing great. Thank you so much for the generosity at this $250. Oh, did I mention Auctioneer's donating at the $250 level as well?
There you go. Yeah.
So who's jumping in with me here? There is no way I'm not donating to a cause like this in a year like this. No way, no how. This is important. Let's see who else can donate $250. Robin Shalecki. I think I might know you, Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. David Miller, Justin Ball. How many times have we seen your name, Justin? We are so grateful for you, Justin. So appreciative for everything you've done tonight. David Miller, thank you again. Daniel McLean, thank you again. Sarah and Scott Carlson, thank you again. This is adding up, and this means everything. Look at this.
Tremendous.
Tremendous. Let's see here. Let's just give you another minute or so. $250. Oh, Charles Jordy has donated again. Charles, thank you so much again. Laura Beveridge, thank you so much for your donation. You are incredibly generous, all of you. You're donating at multiple levels. You're bidding in the live auction. I'm sure you did some silent auction bidding. I'm sure you donated other times in the year. This is just an incredible group. Kamal Gala, thank you so much for your $250 donation. We are at the $250 level. This is going so well. We are incredibly appreciative tonight. Do we know what the $250 level will do?
The $250 level will fill up gas tanks for a week. So there you go.
So it is a tank of gas in a truck for a week.
And you got a lot of
Several trucks.
Several trucks. That's an enormous impact. So I just put gas in several trucks for a week. I'm cool with that. Who else wants to do that with me? Who else wants to gas up the trucks for a few weeks? Because we know that all they need are their trucks. They've got the food. They've got volunteers. They've got the places to deliver them to. They need the trucks. We need to help them with this. Gary Friedman says, I'll help with the truck. Thank you, Gary. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to close down this level. Remember, those of you who donated in this level, you also got your Botanic Gardens annual membership. Maybe a few of you are like, oh no, I wish I had that. Reach out to our helpline, give a $250 donation. We're going to give you a membership. I'm actually going to redonate my membership back, so that didn't even count for me. We've got a full 25 out there. Now we're at the $100 level. Now at this level, I think this is one of the best levels to see how many people, how much participation we can really get at this level. Can we get 30 people at $100? Maybe you've already donated again. Would you donate $100 again? Barbara Greene, Sherry Johnson, Tammy Bellafato, and Ricky Gamboa. Wow, your last names are challenging me tonight. I appreciate it. Paul Levine, Christy Hovart, thank you for your $100 donations. Look at this note I just got. I want to show it to them first for dramatic effect.
Okay, I'm pretty much dramatized by it.
And actually, let's let Arlan read this. I'm going to let Arlan read this.
This is a gift of $10,000 from Jerry Glick and Shannon Gifford. Tremendous.
$10,000.
Thank you so very much, Jerry and Shannon.
$10,000. We actually hit our $10,000. I have the chills right now. I have the chills. You all are incredibly generous. We still have our $100 donors coming into Michelle Kaminsky, Sarah Fun. Oh, Sarah, what a last name, girl. I bet you are fun, too. And it's fun that you donated this $100. We so appreciate it. Are you guys curious what's on this other note?
Yes.
I'm just going to hand it to Arlan again. Actually, let's let Ed read this one. Let's let him play.
Barbara Eidsness, $5,000.
Barbara!
Thank you, Barbara.
$5,000. This is tremendous. I have completely lost count. Is this the accurate number for our paddle raiser with these donations that just came in? No. So before these donations, we're already at about $50,000. We are doing well tonight. And we also had Monica Martin come in 2 times for 2 $100 donations. Monica, it is great to see your name back to back like that. Now, I'm just going to give you a couple more minutes to get these $100 donations in. But again, as you've seen, you can donate any amount of money you want in any order, and we're excited to receive it, and it's making it more fun for us up here. John Hambright.
John Hambright and Monica Martin.
John Hambright and Monica Martin, thank you so much. This is adding up. This is exciting to us. This is helping to ensure the future of We Don't Waste and so many people in our community that are in need right now. All right, let me give you about another 5 seconds. Get the rest of your donations in. Call the helplines. They can bring me pieces of paper up. It is all good. Anybody else for 100? I think we're closing this thing down. What do you two think?
It looks to me like you've nailed it.
We are incredibly appreciative of your generosity tonight. Whether you tried to win an item, won an item, donated in the paddle raiser, we see you, we appreciate you. We hope you're having a wonderful time at your garden parties. All right, let's shut this down. Jessica Cameron, thank you for sneaking in another $100 donation before we shut this down. We see that, we appreciate you. And our paddle raiser tonight has concluded. Unbelievably successful, generous, from your homes, maybe without pants, you all got it done tonight. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm going to hand it back over to Ed.
All right. Let's hear for Dani Espinosa. She worked hard tonight, raised a lot of money. Dani Espinosa, thank you so much for all your efforts here. You know, that was truly amazing. And the silent auction, still going strong. That closed at 9 o'clock, don't forget, so get those last-minute bids in. We want to thank everyone who participated in our paddle raise, our auctions, bought tables or tickets, donated, and of course to our sponsors and dedicated board and committee members. Just because we couldn't be together in person this year doesn't mean we're not together in spirit and in small gatherings. If you keep watching our live stream for a few more minutes, you're going to see photos from various garden parties. And we thank everyone who rallied behind this year's at-home Fill a Plate for Hunger. Thanks also to Hazel Miller and the collective, to Dani Espinosa, and to our fearless leader, Arlan Preblud. Arlan, thank you so much for everything.
And to you, Ed Greene, for hosting this tonight and doing an outstanding job. This is a new experience for you and I to sit in front of these cameras and do this, and you have done an outstanding job. And all those people that contributed tonight, thank you so much for what you've done for We Don't Waste. We certainly appreciate it all.
Yeah, in these odd and strange times, you have gone above and beyond. So we thank everybody at home for watching. We thank you for all the support. We want you to stay safe. We want you to stay healthy. And we want you to have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being with us. Good night.
It don't mean a thing, it ain't got that swing. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do up, do up, do up, do up, do up, do up, do that down. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Should we do you and do ya, then up, boo, bye. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Come on and give that rhythm everything you got. It don't mean a thing, it ain't got that swing. Do up, do up, do up, do up, do up, do up, do that.
We hope you enjoyed the program. Please make sure to keep your face mask on until you have departed the building. When leaving, maintain social distancing of at least 6 feet on the escalator. If you prefer to use the stairs or elevator, please exit out the left of the main doors. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you again soon at the Seawell Ballroom.
Took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back. The monkey grabbed his neck and he said, "Now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. Where's the use in jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. The buzzer told the monkey, "You are choking me. Now release your hold and I will set you free." The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye and said, "The story's so touching, but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up